got two matches tonight. A winner's semifinal and a loser's round 11, but both great matches.
Yeah, we got some pretty damn good matches tonight. Both these teams, or all the teams that are playing tonight, they've made it really far in the bracket. So, they're...
Daddy Revan is out in full force right now.
What are you...
I don't know.
See me outside after the show. I got some words for you.
All right, I got it. But tonight we're kicking things off. We got Unite going up against Fear in the top half of our winners bracket. A little bit later on, we got VVV going up against Donut Shop in the losers bracket. And after both of those, we got a pro scrim. We're like, why not throw in a bonus pro scrim? We got Pulse Next Threat going up against Quantic Gaming, two teams that'll be fighting through our open bracket.
Yeah, they're trying to get on your list tonight.
They're trying to get on my list, if you know what I mean. All right, so here we go, Revan. We're about to get into game number one as we're kicking things off with Unite and Fear. It's going to be Yemen Hardpoint. We've seen Fear win this map 3v4 at times.
I mean, it seems every time we're watching either Roughnecks or Fear or even Farico, they're always on this map. So that tells me that this is probably one of their better maps. However, Unite, they've been struggling to hardpoint. They won their first hardpoint, though, last time we saw them on broadcast. So we'll see if they step their game up. However, I think the first map might go to Fear.
So it was Clayster, I believe, who was ripping things up for Unite. I think he's going to be the player to watch out for in this hardpoint game. He rocks the AR for the squad, and I think on Yemen, long distances, this is Clayster's map. You ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go, guys, as we jump into the action with Unite's Clayster. Revan, we're getting things right into the action. You're going to be our mini-map master. I'm going to be following Clayster. Let's stick with him full screen at the start here, and he's just going to be pre-firing any players that may be challenging at the balcony. And Clayster's going to get the first blood here as he takes down Assassin. Slack's going to clean up John, and Unite will be the first into the hill.
And this middle hard point, we're not going to see a lot of time racked up for many teams on this one. It's mainly just contest, try to get some scrappy points. What the teams are trying to do at this point in the game is get the positioning, get the spawns over for the treehouse hard point, which is going to be the next one on the map. But Clayster, he's on a tear right now. Just picked up his third kill in a row as he just got cleaned up by Moho, so he's starting off hot tonight.
He's got the hot hand. You see him working with Slack now. Slack's going to get the first shots. Clayster, he just walked into some bullets there from Assassin. But now you can see Unite already getting some pretty decent spawns.
Yeah, I mean, Clayster, his job right now is watching the flank. He can see purple stairs, top mid rugs, and if they flank around from the right street now, he just got a glimpse of one more play inside purple. Luckily, he says he's going to call that to a stage. So you notice he's not going to be looking to challenge his player. As long as his teammate knows that there's someone around this area, Clayster's going to keep an eye out for him. But he's just trying to focus on this position, and, he just focused too much on that one player in purple. He got flanked there by Assassin. Now Fear, they're going to have the upper hand.
All right, we're on board with Clayster, but any moment I'm going to switch over to Spacely as he's going to be trying to battle inside this hardpoint. Spacely is going to get in there. No contention quite yet. As you see, though, Fear is going to be in the lead on our scoreboard, 29-16 with 37 seconds still left in this treehouse hill. That could definitely change. We're going back to Clayster as he tries to defend himself.
Oh, look, he's using the submachine gun, but he's going to get cleaned up, and we've seen Sharp just dominate that treehouse hardpoint, especially against Farico. Now, once again, we see Unite. They're trying to break it. Clayster, he picks off Slack's face right there, so definitely not the start you want here. However, now we're under 20 seconds left in the treehouse hardpoint. These teams are going to be focused on the next hardpoint. It's going to be at the back market. Unite, they're already set up for it, Bucket.
So Clayster's going to be watching this dirt road on the side. We got Unite's Huddle inside of the hardpoint. He was just cleaned up by John, and we're going to stay on board with Huddle as he's going to be setting up to defend this new marketplace.
Oh, finds one coming through the statue, trying to line up the shot. Picks off John right there. Sees one more inside purple. Can he pick up the third? Yes, he can. Huddle with the three-piece. Can he get the fourth? No, he cannot, but you switched over to the right player, Bucket.
He almost took out the entire team, man. He's got the hot hand now. Clayster had it early, and you know what? As we're going to see Unite tie up the score, I would love to see where our players are in terms of stats. Huddle is on a basically 6-kill spree, just one death separating those kills. And let's go to our stats now as you see Huddle off to a great start, 13-8, 2 caps and a defend. 6 captures already for Spacely. He has been all over that objective.
Despite the stats being pretty much in favor of Unite there, it's a tie game, Puck, only 1 point here. It's all going to be up to this church hardpoint. This is where we see teams establish their lead and really pull away with their game. And I'm looking at some of the classes from these Unite guys, especially how he just took out a shotgun, but a lot of them were using the dual-wield cap 40s. They're going to be so brutal on this next hard point, it's about to rotate.
Huddle taking some fire from the right, wisely ducks down, avoiding that. Now he's going to try and enter from the front. Concussions go out first. He gets the hit markers, and he goes in with the shotty. Unable to pick up the kill. He gets a respawn relatively close, and you're going to see Clayster break in with Space. Let's go to Space now, the captain, who has his dual cap 40s out.
Yeah, we actually saw Huddle. He was using flashbangs, so the metagame has changed in Call of Duty. Players are starting to use flashbangs instead of concussions, because if you're not using tactical mass, flashbangs, they're so brutal. I mean, you're just going to have a white screen, you can't do anything, but, and basically he just got punished for not using flak jacket to sharp those to the grenade, and then Fear, they dominate the kill feed. They're going to take control of the hard point with 20 seconds left before it moves on to the statue.
Can we go back to the flashbangs real quick? I love that you pointed that out, and talk to me a little bit about the difference between those two. Flashbangs, of course, your screen goes all white. How long does it take you out of the game?
It all depends on how close you are to the flashbang. You know, it could last for up to like 7 seconds, I think. But the main difference between flashbangs and concussions, they slow you down. You can still see most of your screen. Flashbangs, if you get hit by a good one, you can't see anything. You're completely white out. And it's just like, you know, you can't call anything out. You don't see anything on your screen. Even if your teammates like call something out for you, you don't know which way you're facing. It really disorients the player.
You see now as Fear is going to be falling behind by about 12 points. We're going to jump on board with Sharpie. He's cut down. Let's go to John. John is going to be challenging from the top. He just earned himself the score streaks in his previous life. Already used his lightning, and now here comes down the Hellstorm as John is going to try and get this one through the window. Gets a triple there, taking out Huddle, Slacked, and Clayster. That was a big Hellstorm.
Oh, without doubt, if you're trying to pick up players inside the purple room, you know, it looks like there's cover everywhere around that, but if you explode it on the roof or near the windows, you could definitely take them out, and John's showing you guys a little tip right there as he's going to be trying to break the hard point one more time, finds one, picks up Huddle, and now Fear, they're going to get the last 5 seconds on this, but it's still a fairly close game. It's only around 20 points separates both these teams.
I believe John was around 8 and 10 last time we checked our stats. I'd love to go back to him and take a look at it one more time. He's moved up to 20 and 16 using both of his score streaks already, though. On the other side, it's 22 and 17. Huddle leading the way for slaying in Unite's category. And we got John still rocking his PDW. His teammates inside this hard point. Where do you think he's going to try and rotate to?
Right, he's just trying to pick up kills around the map to build up some score streaks and take off pressure from his teammates. He's making a good case for why he's one of the most dominant players in the game right now. He's just moving around the map. Wherever he goes, he just seems to dominate players. He's just got cleaned up in the back, though, by Clay, so we're going to switch over to Slack. He just got cleaned up in the hard point, but it's still a very close game. Either team could pull away with one good setup on a hard point.
Unite still up by about 18 seconds as Slacked is going to be trying to do damage with this MSMC inside the window. Gets cut off as he tries to jump over to the sandbags. Fear doing another good job of picking up time on that middle hill. They started off with a nice 30-second chunk at the very beginning of the game, and they just grabbed about 20 more. 138 to 122, though. You have Huddle getting more points in this treehouse hardpoint with Slack trying to protect from below.
Yeah, if you're looking at the minimap right now, the players from Unite, they were getting the favorable spawns there for a little bit. They were spawning at the statue, but Fear, they recognize that. They're pushing through purple. They just cleaned up that one player. It looked like that was Clayster trying to hold on the spawns for them. Now Fear, they're on even eye level, and they have some cover over at statue if they want to push this, but Huddle, he's doing some good damage with those dual cap 40s.
Huddle goes down. We're going back to John, who's just on a 4-kill spree. You can see John also earned his sentry gun as he broke in and got some hardpoint points. So he's got the lightning strike, Hellstorm, as well as the sentry gun for the second time in this game. John definitely been the star for Fear so far, but they're down 45 seconds. What's he got to do here?
He's got to set up his sentry gun and maybe use a Hellstorm or a lightning strike if they get pressured now. Hopefully someone on Fear has some trophy systems, because this sentry gun is going to be very important. It can lock down one whole side of the map, and let's say he locks down the right street. It can also pressure players if they push through top middle, so the sentry gun could be very effective if used correctly and if they have trophy systems covering it.
If you're playing right now, where do you put your sentry gun down?
I put it right next to the hardpoint watching Dirt Road in top middle. That means I only need to look over towards statue, which is such an easy area to pick up, especially with a solid assault rifle player like Sharpie or John covering it. But John using that lightning strike picks up 2 and takes out Sharp in the process.
Nice job by John to take out the 2 farthest pushed up players from Unite. 2 minutes, 18 seconds left on the clock. A difference of about 40 seconds here as John's going to pick up the 2-piece, get himself another big chunk of time, and through the stun, he's getting help from Assassin and Sharpie. Fear locking this market down. There's still 20 seconds left on this hill.
Yeah, but Unite, they're not going to be pushing anymore. I'm looking at the minimap. They're all rotating to the church hard point. John, Still hasn't used his sentry gun, and if that sentry gun stayed alive, if he placed it down right next to him on the hard point and stayed alive, it could also help them out on the statue hard point, which looks like it might be the last hard point of the game. Both these teams are going to try fighting over the church hard point. The action's about to go down. Puckett, Unite, they get initial control.
Let's see how John plays this. He still has the Hellstorm available in case he wants to try and whip it into that front window. Also, sentry gun could be pretty brutal if you're able to set it up in that window. That way you only have to watch your left entrance. It looks like Fear, though, is going to be inside the hill. John unable to break in. His teammates getting taken down by Huddle as well, who is on a 2-kill spree, also putting shots into John. And here comes John with the Remington, somehow dipping and dodging, stays alive, pulling out the Cap 40 through the wall, picks up the kill on Huddle. He just took over the hill as a one-man wrecking crew.
Yeah, not only did he just pick up the hill, and this time for Fear, he took out Huddle, who was starting to build up some of his score streaks. And this Hellstorm missile, this sentry gun, they're definitely going to come into play over at the statue hardpoint. Right now, Fear, they're down by around 30 seconds, so this is important time for them. They could just close the gap. There are 50 seconds left on the hardpoint or on the clock left in the game. Fear, they could definitely do this. Here come the Hellstorm. It looks like he's going to go for the 2 here on purple. Picks up 1, picks up 2, and now Fear, they need to make a push.
Let's see if he jumps up through these purple windows, has that dexterity, immediately up into the action. Unfortunately, though, he's cut down by Spacely, and Spacely in a great position. He actually has all of his teammates in here with him. The sentry gun not going to be any effect. They just waited too long to deploy that, as Unite is going to take this game. 20 seconds left on the clock. Unite, they're up by at least 30. Let's take a look at our stats here for the final 15 seconds. 34 and 28 was Huddle. He went huge from the very beginning. 30 and 22 was Clayster with 7 defends as well. On the other side, it was the 40 bomb from John, 40 and 30. Sharpie also going 34 and 29. What went wrong there for Fear? The stats look good from their top 2 players.
You know, usually the stat we look at in hardpoint is the defense. However, look at the captures. Spacely, he has 13 freaking captures, man. I mean, Unite, they're just putting a lot of pressure on the hardpoint. They were able to pick up the kills as well. And that's what ultimately led them to the victory. It wasn't the score streaks. They didn't have many score streaks. In fact, I think Fear had most of the score streak control throughout the game. It's just Unite, they did a better job pushing into the hard point and just holding it down for a long period of time.
All right, so Unite wins a hard point on Yemen versus Fear. They take game number 1. We're going to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we head to Raid for Capture the Flag.